Hello everyone. In continuation with the Laplace transform, we will be dealing here today with the solve using differentiation of the Laplace transform, and this property is also known as multiplication by t. By the end of the session, you'll be able to evaluate the differentiation of Laplace transform. That is, we will be seeing the effect of multiplication by t on the function. What is the change in the Laplace transform of that particular function? So now this statement says that if Laplace transform of f of t is f of s, then Laplace transform of t to the power n, f of t is equals to minus 1 to the power n, d to the power n upon ds to the power n, f of s. So I'm purposely reading everything for you so that you will understand how to read the particular formula. Now, what is the meaning of this? So it's if the Laplace transform of f of t is f of s, then if we are multiplying this f of t by t to the power n, then what would be the effect on this f of s? So that means I have to have minus 1 to the power n. So this the value of this RHS is depending whether it's a positive or negative. It depends on minus 1 to the power n, and that means to the power n. If it is 2, that is minus 1 to the power 2, so it would be plus 1. If it is minus 1 to the power 1, then it would be minus 1, right? And then it is the nth derivative of this f of s. If I have got the value of n as 2, that is, I'm multiplying this function f of t with t squared, then what would be this side? Minus 1 to the power 2 into d square upon ds to the power 2, that is ds squared, into f of s. That means what? I have to differentiate this f of s 2 times with respect to s. Differentiation 2 times with respect to s. Okay, so how this proof will go along with, first of all, the definition. Definition is f of t, that is f of s, is equals to Laplace of f of t, that is f of s, is equals to 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Then differentiating both the sides with respect to s, that is, we have to use here dys, that is differentiation under the integral sign. Okay, therefore it is nothing but d upon ds, f of s is equals to d upon ds 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. So what we have done for this particular definition, we have just applied ds to this. Okay, so that now this d upon ds will go inside this integral sign, but that will happen as dou. Why that has been happened as dou? Because this is nothing but a function of s and t both, and that is why we have to have a partial differentiation here. So it's dou upon dou s of e to the power minus st f of t dt, right? Now, but that means what? We have to differentiate with respect to s, right? And that time we have to have this differentiation only with this. We can apply it only on this because f of t is a constant with respect to s right now in there. So therefore, what is the differentiation of e to the power minus st? So it is minus t into e to the power minus st f of t dt. So differentiation is this. So differentiation of e to the power minus st as minus t into e to the power minus st, because we are differentiating with respect to s. Then there is nothing else to be done because we have to just adjust the terms. So if we'll observe the steps, what we have done, so it's e to the power minus st into t minus t into f of t. So we have clubbed this minus t into f of t together to write this as, per the definition of the Laplace transform, as minus sign has come out because of the linearity property, and we have got the Laplace transform of t into f of t. What we have done, we have started here with the first differentiation. So we have differentiated this f of s only once, and we have got it as minus times Laplace of t into f of t. Therefore, this formula, or we can write it down as Laplace of t into f of t is minus 1 times d upon ds of f of s, as per, just to compare with this formula, or you can do the statement of this theorem. And therefore, if we'll just try to generalize this, it's t square. If I'm multiplying this function f of t to that is t square, multiplication with t square, it would be minus 1 to the power 2 d square upon d square f of s. And therefore, in general, we can write down this as a statement. This as a statement, what we have defined it here. So this is known as the effect of multiplication by t, and it is also known as differentiation of Laplace transform. Why it's known as a differentiation of Laplace transform? Because of this term present here. because we are doing it here, the differentiation of this f of s. But what is this f of s? This f of s is nothing but the Laplace transform of f of t, and therefore it's also known as the effect of multiplication by t as well as the differentiation of Laplace transform. Okay. Now just we'll go for a few more few examples. So it's we have to find out the Laplace transform of t into cos square of t, which is the Laplace of cos square of t. Cos square of t, we have to find out, we have to write down in the trigonometric formula, that is 1 plus cos of 2t by 2. So you have to be very thorough with the formulae. And it is my advice, whenever this topic is being taught, or whenever you are practicing this topic, bring the always try to the keep the formula list in front of your eyes, so that continuously you will watch those formula, you will just scroll from this formula, so automatically it will get it will get imprinted mind and the eyes. So it is very much required to have the list of the formula in front of you. So it's cos square t, we are writing it as 1 plus cos of 2t by 2, and then by linearity half is coming out. Then we have to find out the Laplace of this 1 plus cos of 2t, and this is what we have got it as our phi of s, or you can say f of s, or you can say f bar of s. F is small over here. So now we are applying this t over here. So t into cos square of t, which is minus of d upon ds, Laplace of cos square of t. We have got the Laplace of cos square of t because from the previous. Then we have applied this d upon ds of this. Now d upon ds, that is the differentiation of 1 upon s, is minus of 1 upon s square. It's very simple, and it is at this stage of time you have to understand, and you have to have the understanding, and the formula would automatically come out of this differentiation formula. Now the second term is s upon s square plus 4, because the numerator is contain s and denominator is also contain s, and we want the differentiation with respect to s. Therefore we have to go here by u by v formula. U by v formula. So what is it? It is v into differentiation of u, right, minus differentiation, minus you can say here u into differentiation of v divided by v square. So this is what. So what is my v? V in this case is s square plus 4, and u is s. So let me write down, it's s square plus 4 into differentiation of u with respect to s, that is differentiation of this s is giving me 1, minus s as it is because of this u over here, and this is 2s because the differentiation of this v would give me 2s, and divided by v square, that is s square plus 4 the whole square. So what we have done it here, we have used here, so we have used it here, u by v formula of the differentiation. So we have used it here, differentiation formula of u by v, which I have written it here, v into differentiation of u minus u into differentiation of v divided by v square. That's what we have done. Okay, and this is what is the final answer, because just by adjusting the terms, multiplication and cancelling few terms over here, we have got this as the final answer for this particular question. Then it's t sine t minus t cos of t. Again, I have to have understanding with this Laplace of t into sine t minus t cos of t, which is nothing but t into sine t minus t square cos of t. So now t sine t would give me, because the difference, this Laplace transform of sine t is nothing but 1 upon s square plus 1, and then I have to apply the t times sine t, which is minus 1 times d upon ds of this function 1 upon s square, and minus of this minus sign as it is here, and d upon ds, you can apply here both the formula, you can apply here u by v also, and you can just directly take this s square plus 1 to the power minus 1 and then differentiate. You'll get the same formula, you'll get the same answer by both the methods. So you will be getting the answer for the first term here as 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. What is the change in the second term? If you'll observe here, I have to do it t square cos of t. That means I have to do the differentiation 2 times. So it's t square cos of t, which is minus 1 to the power 2, because it's minus 1 to the power n. N in this case is this 2. N in case is 2. So d square upon ds square, Laplace of cos of t. Therefore, minus 1 the square, d square upon ds square, Laplace of cos of t is s upon s square plus 1. D square upon ds square, because minus 1 to the power 2 would come as plus 1. And we have to just do the differentiation 2 times. Now let me do it for first time. So it's we are divided into two parts actually, d upon ds into d upon ds of s upon s square plus 1. So differentiation of s upon s square plus 1 again by u by v formula, what I have explained in the last uh, slide. The same we have applied it here. After simplification, we have got this as the answer, 1 minus s square upon s square plus 1 the whole square. Again, we have to differentiate this term with respect to s. Now again, we have to apply the same formula, that is u by v. So if you observe, it's v squared, sorry, it's a v into differentiation of u, that is minus of 2s minus u as it is into differentiation of this v. What is it? It is 2 times s square plus 1 into differentiation of this s square plus 1, that is 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole power 4. Why this power 4 has come? Because it's already s square plus 1 the square is present, and if I'm making it one more time square, it would come as to the power 4 over here, right? Then the next step is just by adjusting and just by getting multiplication, you will get this step. Now this step I will not explain you because it's a quite obvious. Just you take a pen and paper and just go ahead and try to get the similar step what I'm getting it right now here. And then we have to just, now this is the answer for Laplace of t square cos of t. But this is not the answer, final answer. What we have to combine this answer and this answer. So therefore, the Laplace transform of the given function, that is t sine t minus t square cos of t is equals to the subtraction of these two, and therefore after getting simplification from these two functions, we'll be getting s at s upon s square plus 1 the whole cube as a final answer. So it's very important to you to understand that you have to have take a little trouble of doing this, because now it might be looking as at very simple, but until and unless you will not do it on your own, on the paper, pen and paper, it is very difficult to get the in that confidence. One more, I have combined here this e to the power t also. Let us see how it is going ahead. So t into sine t upon e to the power t is the square. I'm just opening this bracket. After opening the bracket, we have got this t into e to the power minus 2t, because it was there in the denominator. It is coming in the numerator with e to the power minus 2t sine square t, which is t into e to the power minus 2t, 1 minus cos of 2t by 2, because we have got the formula of sine square minus cos of 2t by 2, and therefore after simplification we have got this as right. Now this is, we have to now start making the part by part, because until now I was purposely have put this question here, because here we have to use the first shifting theorem also, we have to use here the effect of multiplication by t also, right? So how can we do that? First of all, I have to concentrate on this. I have to first find out the Laplace transform of 1 minus cos of t, which is 1 by s minus s upon s square plus 4. Then I have to do the multiplication by t. Then I'll be doing it minus d upon ds L Laplace of 1 minus cos of 2t, which is minus of d upon ds 1 upon s minus s upon s square plus 4, as what we have done in the last step. So it's almost similar what we have done in the last step, I guess. So it's s square plus 4 into 1 minus s into 2s upon s square plus 4 the whole square. Again, it's u by v rule is applicable, applied for this to find out the differentiation of s upon s square plus 4. And then after that, we have got it here, right? Now this is, see, this is what we have got it. This is nothing but the Laplace transform of t into 1 minus cos of 2t. Still, we have left it with this. Do not forget this e to the power minus 2t, and do not forget this half as well. So now we have combined. So if you'll observe, I have done everything in a part by part. First, I have got it 1 minus cos of 2t. Then I have combined with t into 1 minus cos of 2t. Then now I am doing it the first shifting theorem. So how that come? First shifting theorem says that every s is getting replaced as s minus a or plus a, depending upon what is there in that, right? So now I have got e to the power minus 2t. So if it is minus 2t, every s will get replaced as s plus 2. S plus 2. So wherever I have got s here, I have got s here, I have got s here. So every this 1, 2, 3 place, s will be replaced as s plus 2. And then this squares will come, right? So half is there because I have combined it. Do not forget This is most of the time students are making a mistake of leaving some constants. Don't do that. First of all, whenever you are writing the final answer, always check your given function. What is the given function? Are you taking all the function into the consideration while writing the final answer? You have to check that. So it's a half 1 divided by s plus 2 the whole square. If you'll observe, this is, I have replaced as s plus 2 here. Then I have replaced here s plus 2. Then here also I have replaced s plus 2. If you'll observe here. And then this is plus the whole square has come on the curly bracket here, because plus 4 is also there in the square sign. And therefore, this is what is the final answer. I have got it for this particular question. As I have told you, I'm always trying to give you the feel of university solved university paper examples. So these, whatever the questions I'm considering here for the videos, I'm considering all the questions from the university question papers, might be from any university, but most wanted question I'm considering here. Then come back to our self observation. You have to have the self observation at this stage, because here I have combined here 2 times, right? Here I have taken is e to the power t. Here I have taken something different which we have not seen under the videos. But yes, you can able to solve those square root of 1 plus sine t with the help of trigonometric functions. This is the slide I'm leaving you with the self observation slide. So it's always my suggestion for you all is, whenever you are just going for the any mathematical video, especially for me now, because I have included here self observation, and most of the time I'm excluding few steps which are quite obvious. Always try to get the answer for those steps in your notebook. But automatically, if you'll just go from the first and the last video, automatically you will start building your own notes of the topic. And I have given you the self observation. This will complete your notes with the exercise as well. I hope you have understood this particular property. Thank you. Happy learning.